Hello friends, it's me, and today we're going to be playing a game made by itsakan3, and it's called Always and Forever Prologue, A Ghost's Promise. This game is a short visual novel. It is a little coming-of-age story about longing for the past and about being terrified of an uncertain future. And as always, remember to sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and enjoy the gameplay. Prologue, A Ghost's Promise. I've always watched the same landscapes, over and over again. Those that look like flashing colored lights, those that, looking back now, I hold close to my heart. Plastic-like views, myself admiring the dim sunlight on a calm afternoon, or maybe playing video games with my dad before going to bed. Everything made perfect sense, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, obviously it wasn't all lovely. I don't want to sound too nostalgic about it. Little problems will present themselves as end-of-the-world situations, and will make my stomach knot itself. It still happens from time to time actually, but you get conscious about it growing up. You kind of understand the world will not blow up if you mess up. But yeah, it was nice back then. It was really nice. Things are changing now, I guess. All I have left from those times is a blurry memory of it all, and the landscapes. And I feel like I will lose it all inevitably. Like, everything I have of what it was will be taken away from me if I go on. But I can't really stay, can I? It's not my decision to make. It's not even a decision that someone or something makes. It's just what it is. I know it's kind of stupid to keep trying to hold on to the past, to try and take a grasp on what it all was or what it all felt like. But yeah, I think I actually am kind of stupid in that way. Yeah, I guess so. But it isn't all that bad in the present. I got to meet her, so I'm grateful. She makes me feel things that won't be that bad in the future. But the feeling is not constant. It never feels like everything is solved. There's always that little shadow on my back, pissing me off, saying things like, "You have lived your happiest moments already, so what's the point? Everything will get worse from now on. Maybe you should just quit." And the thing is, I kinda believe it, and I feel guilty about it. I'd like to think I'll be able to dispose of these feelings with time, but it's clearly cicatrized on me, and will probably never leave. Or maybe it will, and I'm just being overdramatic. I'm probably being overdramatic, yeah. But it hurts nonetheless. It really hurts. Always and forever. Ugh, my head. I'm guessing I'm clever? Yeah. I said as I sat up, feeling a familiar scent from a familiar place. Home, huh? I stood up from my bed with the intention of walking up to my window to admire the landscape. I could see water droplets falling from a beautiful glassy sky full of grayish clouds. It was raining. Having admired the outer world, I decided to wake up properly. Bathroom was calling me. I'm pretty sure to brush my teeth, water my face a bit, and, business. Now, I thought to myself, putting on some new clothes. Let's go have breakfast, right? Right, I answered. It was funny to have little conversations in my head sometimes. It made me innocently laugh at myself from time to time. I do that a lot, and I think Kin hates me for it. The stairs were in front of me. Some weeks ago, I'll be trying to find someone to ask for help, but those times were the past now. I could walk now. Oh, am I injured? You can walk now. I repeat to myself, as quietly as possible so that my only other self could listen. So I'm guessing I'm injured or just came from an accident. I'm guessing. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. Good morning, Chloe. my mom said, noticing I was awake. She was having her usual morning coffee, cafe au lait, oh my god, I pronounced it bad, with some toast, and my stomach grumbled. She was almost finished. It seemed like she woke up even earlier than me. Good morning, Mom. Is there some coffee left? Even though it was raining, a bit of sunlight would shine through the clouds and through the curtains all the way to us, the lucky ones. Oh, about that. She started hiding her face a bit, having an apologetic look while laughing nervously. I didn't know you were going to wake up this early, so I drank it all. Sorry. Don't worry. I went to the kitchen and noticed there was still some cereal left. Might as well make something quick anyways. You going to the hospital today? She asked, while melancholically smiling. I nodded. Say hi to Mary for me, will you? I'll make sure of it. After saying that, I sat down and started digging in. The faster I could go see Mary, the better. Where's Dad, by the way? I asked, trying to make some conversation. Oh, he already left. She said on her way to the sink, her cup in hand. Yeah, should have guessed. If he were still here, he would be in a rush anyways. Wonder if he will ever think about spending time with his family. Come on, don't talk like that about your father. Maybe he's just busy with work. My mom would always be on his side, even if she had no reason in the first place. You know he's always been a hard worker. Okay. I said. There was no need to complain to my mother about it, as she had nothing to do with it. Sorry, Mom. Apology accepted, she said, patting my head, probably with the thought of me still being her little boy in mind, and grabbing the empty cereal bowl. Now, you go see Mary and I'll take care of this, okay? Thanks a lot. I stood up once more while waving goodbye. When I got to the door, she started whistling along with the sound of the sink's water pouring out. Before leaving, I smiled at her playful whistle. Rain droplets were coming off in the clouds above me, and I welcomed them gladly. It wasn't a devastating thundering storm, so I didn't mind it that much. In that way, I saw some kids running around, enjoying their time. Oh, the simpler times, I thought to myself, glancing over them. If the world randomly decides to turn me into a kid again, I wouldn't complain. And to think I have to worry about what I want to study in college next year. Man, I never had the thought of me saying this, but I'll miss school. I really meant that. I still miss it in a way. Well, you'll deal with that later, I told myself. Who knew where could I end up going if I got distracted like that? Trying my best to focus on the way, I got to the bus station. Luckily, the hospital wasn't that complicated of a ride to do from my house. All there was to do for me was to take the bus and to walk a few extra blocks. It was evident there weren't many people around. A calm journey awaited me. I thought I probably would have to focus on not falling asleep, having a long way ahead, the rain and all. Reality delivered for sure. My head rested at one of the windows to avoid dozing off due to the constant bumping. You could find me watching the silent outside landscape. That's what I do whenever I commute outside. There was a grey feeling to everything. All the little raindrops painted the sky with a crystal-like manner. I wonder if she's watching the same sky. Would hers have the same colors? Will I ever be able to understand her world? Mary was one who taught me to have little conversations with oneself. Something she would space out, staring at nothingness and all, and just exist for a moment. I always wondered what she'd see then. Something better than reality, perhaps? Undiscovered beauty? There was never an answer. Even with the turbulence, it was hard to stay awake. With my eyes closed, I thought a bit more. Overthought might be a better word to choose. Everything's coming to an end, some part of me said. Everything's coming to an end. It was hard to acknowledge. Time passed by so quickly. All of those lively afternoons, all of those smiling goodbyes, all of it happened too fast. What's there for me in the future? What's there but melancholic smiles, hidden regrets? What's there but monochromatic feelings, practiced behaviors? What will I be living for? I opened my eyes and noticed my left hand was shaking. It felt like narcissus were blooming out of my veins. I could hear the buzz of countless mosquitoes tearing my skin apart with their deafening noise. What is it that I want to live for? I tried to control my breathing, in and out, in and out. Shut up, it's going to be okay. My hand kept on shaking, and time kept on passing by. Moments later, I found myself inside that place, once again. Memories were coming out from everywhere, from every tile, every familiar face, every greeting I was given. I couldn't help but smile a bit. I didn't want to make her wait anymore, so I started rushing off to her usual place. Ah, Esther. One of the receptionists interrupted me. I blinked a couple of times in confusion. I had yet to get used by that honorific. Mary's had a change of room some time ago. Hers is now number 18. I see, thank you. The receptionist knew I was in a hurry, so all she said was, "So quick, don't worry about it," and saw me resume my trot. In the way, I passed by the hall with the vending machine, the place where I first met Mary. I hadn't seen it in a while. Seeing it made me happy. I would often wonder to myself what would have happened if that moment ever came, if I hadn't met her. But something inside me always reassured myself. I wonder what we got hospitalized for when we were here. He would have met her one way or another. He would have fallen in love with her one way or another. That actually sounds really sweet to hear. I knew it wasn't true, but it felt right to think so. After sweeping away my thoughts, I noticed that Mary's room was in front of me. I knocked on the door. "Come in," she said, blessing me with her beautiful voice. That alone made my day 3 times better. I could just happily die in there at peace, but I decided to live anyways. Okay. I gently opened the door and went inside. Is she an angel? I thought. That was it. I was in heaven. I couldn't believe how I seriously thought she was a ghost before, as I could now clearly notice she was angelical. That day, I decided she was my favorite view. She still is. Hi, Clover. She looks really cute with a little button-up shirt with a sweater. That's so adorable, she said, smiling at me while grabbing her little bunny doll, receiving a bit of natural light thanks to the swaying curtains. I felt like she was slightly shining. I could just stare at her for the rest of my life, gladly. I went to her bed, to her side, and gave her a little hello peck on the right cheek. She was blushing, her gaze focused on her hands that had nervous motion to them. You're blushing already? I wonder how old they are, because this is really cute. This is like the honeymoon stage in relationships. I teased her, laughing a bit. Man, I can't wait to see your face when you find out how babies are made. It's just... she said, averting her gaze but adorably pouting. She's really cute, I like her. You didn't even say hi first. Oh, he has a cute emoticon. Oh, I didn't? I pretended not to know. Well, maybe that can be a little hello. If you'd like, I can show you how conversations feel like. Maybe later. She laughed a bit, too. Who knows when could the nurse come in? Fair enough, I replied, and sat down on the visitor's chair. Seems like you had a change of room. Luckily, one of the receptionists let me know just in time. Ah, is that so? She laughed a bit. She was not blushing anymore and looked a bit less nervous. Yup, I think it was Gabrielle. Might have to thank her later then. Oh, gratitude shown personally by Mary herself. What an honor that would be. Well, yes, for you see, bringing me my loved one is quite a thing to be thankful for. Oh, that's really sweet. My heart melts for them. Oh, I see you actually care about me. More like you would have easily gotten lost. Laughter came out of our mouths. Mary was looking out to the window, watching the rain cease out. The clouds were making space for the sun to fully come out again and shine like nothing happened, like it's just another sunny day. How have you been? I asked, still admiring her beauty. I'm sorry I haven't been coming here lately. School has been hectic. It's okay. I'm just happy you're here now, she said with a smile on her face. Then a thought occurred to me. Maybe I didn't deserve her. I gave her a quick hug, maybe as a little I'm sorry anyways. Wanna grab some snacks and go to the garden? She asked, while hugging me back. I've loved that very much. And so, we went and got our usual chocolate bars, one for Mary and one for me. She was giggling a bit on our way to the garden. I remember asking her why. Before answering, she quietly laughed. The vending machine made me remember the time we first met. Ah, crap. I thought, coughing a bit to distract her. Maybe I can change the topic smoothly. Man, this hall sure is dusty, I quickly said, a bit too loud probably. I almost coughed my heart out. Clover, she said. The weather's quite crazy today, I interrupted, acting as if I didn't hear anything. I thought it would rain all day, but it's as clear as water now. Now that I think about it, that didn't really make any sense, but it worked, I guess. But what is Sonora weather anyways? Oh, Clover interrupted whatever Mary was going to say. I started philosophizing. What gave us humans the right to even call something? I felt a kiss on my left cheek. I automatically went, no thoughts, head empty mode then. Oh, I can relate to that. Actually, I think she still does that from time to time. Not that I mind though, it's just that I feel kinda defeated when that happens. Oh, Clover is speechless. But that's sweet though, that's a cute, kiss on the cheek, that's really cute. I tried to mumble. I was probably blushing like crazy. What? Mary's adorable, I love her so much, she's just wholesome, very wholesome. She innocently laughed. I don't mind being teased if I get to hear her laughter. Any little reaction would gladly be welcomed. What kind of shush was that? I looked away. Ah, you didn't like it? I think Clover liked it. She knew the answer. I swear she knew the answer. Well, if it bothers you, I don't mind. I quietly said. My gaze wasn't fixed on her, but I knew she was smiling. Okay. Mary is just adorable. I love both of their synergy. She grabbed my hand, I reciprocated the grip. It's still surreal the fact that you thought I was a ghost. I thought we were past that. These two are just such a cute couple. I felt the need to go defensive mode. And to be fair, you really look like one. Is it a compliment or an insult? I'm scared. I immediately regretted saying that. Very stupid of me. Well, no wonder I did. Yeah, I felt like that was more of an insult, she said, with a sad smile painted on her porcelain face. The atmosphere was drowned out in silence. It was suffocating. We almost reached the garden, our hands still tied together. Mary strengthened her grip on mine, just a bit though. I never understood, to be honest. She kept on staring into the nothingness. How do you manage to endure so much? I can't even imagine what you're going through, but you still manage to go on. I told her that with a firm motion. It was a question I've been wanting to ask her for a long time now. Mary didn't take long to answer. You make it all worthwhile, you know? She leaned towards me. We had reached the garden and made the grass our seat. Even though it was a bit wet, we didn't mind. She looked at me, and I looked at her, bemused. The garden felt like it was made to accentuate Mary's beauty. It looked all so vividly. Coves and anemones were all over the place. There would even be some winter hydrangeas. All the pain, all the tears, all the lonely afternoons and empty I'm sorries. But everything was opaque by her. You. She took a grip of my sleeves, almost staring up. All I could do was stare at her, wholeheartedly smiling. You make it all worthwhile. She said, while hugging me. I felt whole, then. So please, let me ask you something. Time seemed to have come into a standstill then. Maybe it was the feeling of her body entangled to mine, or her familiar scent reaching my senses, but there was something that told me it's okay now. You can be at ease now. I nodded and mumbled an okay. Please, stay with me. She had her head resting on my chest. Forever, I will. I quickly said without evidence to back me up, without proof to convince her. Those were just words, but I believed them. Forever. Once again, it made a promise blindly. I ran my fingers through her hair, trying to ease her. What is this feeling? I felt a lump in my throat. My body felt utterly light, like I could fade away at any given moment. Just her touch could make my heart pound as fastly as it ever had. At first I didn't recognize that feeling, but now I know. That was the happiest I've ever felt. Thank you. She whispered. I could feel her tears soaking through my clothes. Everything made perfect sense. Then... oh no, that was the ending? Okay, that... oh, okay. I did have to remind myself that this was only a prologue. So, for a prologue, it did a great job getting me hooked onto the game. And now, I want to know what happens next. If there is going to be a continuation, who knows, it's up to the creator. But I do want to know what happens if she's gone, if we're gone, we're not really sure. It's up to our interpretation for now, actually. Now, my review for the story, I liked it. I liked reading it. I do like the chemistry of Clover and Mary, and I look forward to seeing more, even though I have a feeling that if they were going to continue the game, it's going to end up being sad. The art is amazing. It reminds me of watercolors and I like it a lot. And the music was pretty much good for the atmospheres, and I like the typing effect whenever they spoke, but that's just me. If they were going to continue this project, I am looking forward to what the future will show, since this is only the prologue. This is only the beginning of what's to come to Mary and Clover. And it breaks my heart because I'm uncertain whether this will have a good ending or what will happen between the relationship. But who knows? Let's just wait for what's to come. And as always, if you did enjoy the game, I'll be sure to link down the creator and the game below so you can support them. But that's all for today's video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and comment down what you want me to play in next. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.